Hey everybody, this is Xavier Hawk with Permacredits. We're at Inside Bitcoins in New York City, and we're here with somebody very special. This is one of the core developers of Counterparty, the program that we are using to launch Permacredits on. This is actually Nova, and this is the first time he's ever on camera or doing an interview, so this is kind of exciting. So nice to meet you, X.
Good to meet you too.
Yeah. So tell us about Counterparty and why you developed Counterparty.
So it's a peer-to-peer platform for creating decentralized financial instruments on top of Bitcoin. That's the idea behind it.
Right, that's great. So I did have questions about proof of burn. Why did you guys choose proof of burn?
The idea behind proof of burn was to essentially have a more fair method of initializing these balances of XCP, which was the core currency that Counterparty uses. We use that for things like bets. So instead of you having an IPO where this money went to a central organization that if they were to give money, they would essentially double benefit because they would get the Bitcoins that everyone donated or gave, as well as the tokens that they earned through their donations.
So it's sort of like, burn these coins, we are all in, there's no going back, we really believe in this, and being first to market gives you huge first mover advantage. How do you see that playing out?
Well, the whole idea is that Counterparty itself is a platform, and our goal is we want to build long-term value with this. So it's about having businesses and organizations, getting entrepreneurs involved, investors involved, building up an investor community around these Counterparty businesses. They build on this technology, and that with anything, that's really what promotes real value, and that's where the value will come from. And then you have other things such as prediction markets, and utilizing the betting technology on top of Counterparty. It's all decentralized, so it's really allowing the technology and allowing humans to use the technology to build things, and that's where the value comes from.
So what do you think the value of, like, permacredits, for instance, on top of Counterparty? What do you see? How do you see those benefiting? I mean, how do you see it going from there?
Well, I mean, I think that what you guys are doing is a great early adopter use case and an example of the kind of what we want to see with this. We put this technology out there to be used, like I said, and you guys are stepping in there and really giving it use. And I see for something you care about, which is the whole permaculture movement. So this is exactly what we want, and we're happy to support movements like this and any other movement that wants to use Counterparty to add value to whatever society or wherever they're coming from.
What I'm really excited about Counterparty and all of this, we're unlocking Bitcoin higher functions. Satoshi wrote about how this will be, he just focused on the currency of it because that was the best place to start. But he knew that there were all these functions coming and how it could. In his papers, he was about how this is a way for people to get out of the legacy, old money, debt slavery system. And could you speak to that a little bit, and how what are these higher functions, and how do they relate to what we're doing?
So, Bitcoin itself, it's more than just the blockchain technology is really where the value is. And people ask, like, well, does Bitcoin have any intrinsic value? And if you look at it from a digital token standpoint, if that was all it was, essentially, it's hard to justify that. But if you look at the blockchain technology, that's something truly unique. And Bitcoin was the first to really solve that double spending problem with these distributed peer-to-peer networks. And there's a lot of value in that. And just the ability for the underbanked or the people that in first world countries, for instance, to be able to send millions of dollars all the way across the world and pay zero or very little fees to do that. That speaks volumes without anybody having to get in the middle of that.
Totally. And what I love about, for instance, with permacredits and what we're doing is that it's not just a currency that we're trading, but it's a stake in a value system. We actually get to relate our values and become locals no matter where we are in the globe based upon our values. We want a better world. We want our children to grow up healthy. We want good food. These are the values that we live by, and now we can trade a currency that represents that, no matter where we are on the planet.
And that's, by building on top of Bitcoin, you really have a crypto, like an application stack for all these kinds of things. When you really open that up by using Counterparty technology, a good example of that, you open it up like that, you encourage people to take what they want to do and make it a reality. And that's really what this is about. That's where the ultimate value of Bitcoin is. Beyond Bitcoin as a currency, which has value, with the whole money is dead kind of concept and the whole fiat currencies and and finding an alternative to that.
Yeah.
But beyond that, to these next generation applications.
It's great. I feel like we are on the cutting edge of what is going to be the future of civilization and finance. And thank you very much for creating Counterparty with your other counterparties. And so XNova, where can everybody get in touch with you?
Our website is counterparty.co.
Counterparty.co.
Yep, and the wallet is at counterwallet.co.
And you're ready to start handling these smart contracts and
today.
Yeah, today, now. So if you've got a company that is ready to be in the Bitcoin 2.0 space, check out counterparty.co. Great.